That's weird. That's weird. Kind of weirding me out.
You are a sad, strange little man.
Crazy. This is crazy.
Isn't that weird?
That's weird, man.
It's strange.
What's up, campers? Welcome back to episode 70 of Camp Strange. I am your camp counselor, Alex Tobin.
And I'm the other camp counselor, David Stokes.
And we're back to bring the spooky, wacky, weird, strange, and
70?
Unforgettable.
Yeah.
In the 70. We're bringing back the 70.
70s.
The 70s, yes.
Shag carpet.
That's better. That was better than mine.
I lost my damn car keys in the shag carpet again.
And before we get you caught up on all of our long stories, we like to get you caught up on all of our short stories, which include what am I saying?
I don't know.
I feel like I'm 70. Our news stories. So we'll keep you up on these news stories, as I have my first one right here as cat put in solitary confinement for freeing other cats from Texas shelter. So this little 6-year-old cat named Quilty,
Terrible name.
apparently he or she, I don't know, Quilty is a very gender neutral name, was jumping up and pulling on the handle and letting all the cats loose. Mm-hmm. So they had to go put him in a separate room because
Separate womb?
Stuff it up there. They rebirthed them. Yeah. So it said Quilty will not be contained, and he has no shame. Friends for Life Animal Rescue and Adoption wrote on Facebook, Quilty loves to let cats out of the senior room repeatedly, several times a day. So apparently this is a problem, and there's a picture on the website of him behind this piece of glass, like in a door, and he's just meowing, like pissed off, which is weird because there's a handle on that door too. But you know, I guess they just why don't you just put a lock on the door and let him be with the other cats?
Just cement that door over.
That's so cute. It's cute news, guys.
Cute news.
It's not just strange. It's cute too.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope Quilty is adopted by now, and I hope wherever he is adopted that they have doorknobs and not door handles. Mm-hmm. Because
my dog can open the handle ones.
Really?
Yeah. He used to be able to open like all the doors in the place I used to live in Portland.
Wait, he's like jump up and pull on them?
Yeah, if it was like a push, he would like run, jump, and hit it, and like just like the door would fly open.
Really?
He put a hole in my wall.
Did he really? Oh, from the door handle smacking into the wall?
Yeah, little bastard.
Oh, good boy, Kuma.
Yeah, he's smart.
He's coming out of his deposit.
Better be,
motherfucker. Anyway, that's Quilty, and let's hope Quilty has a nice home now with no doors.
No doors. Lives in a teepee.
He's. What do you got for me?
I know this one is very late, but that doesn't make it any less important because this might be one of the most important news stories that we've ever told. Papa John's founder eats more than 40 pizzas in 30 days.
Okay.
The verdict is, it tastes different.
Okay, that's what...
God, did you see his fucking face in this interview?
So,
my God.
Is that the one where he's like sweating a shit ton?
He's glistening.
Glistening
of nitroglycerin.
Glycerin. So I saw a really funny meme that said Papa John's looks like the guy in the zombie movie that got bit and is trying to hide it from everybody else. Yep. He totally does.
Yeah.
But so... if you guys don't know about Papa John got booted from his company because he decided to say words that we all agreed that we don't say.
Yeah.
And and now he's all...
Wasn't he talking to like
He was on speakerphone in like a conference call
with the NFL?
Well, was he with the NFL?
I'm pretty sure because they were the pizza of NFL. And he might have dropped a racial slur.
He said he got mad because his pizzas weren't selling as good because of something like that. And
was it Kaepernick related?
Yeah, it was.
Was it? Oh, okay.
It was during that whole
Makes
thing,
sense.
and he said some shit, and and he got booted from the company, and now he's all bitter that he doesn't own the pizza mafia. And apparently
Papa's in the house.
He's going after...
Papa's not in the house anymore.
He's going after...
Bo is not in the house. Bo's not getting into college.
Bo's his son.
Yeah.
And Bo and him are going after Papa John's. And he says, the pizza, you guys aren't selling as much anymore because the pizza tastes different. Everything's changed. And they're like, no, because you left a bad taste in everybody's mouth because you're an asshole, dude.
You think they went with Papa John's because his first name is John. You think they went with Papa John's instead of Papa Shatner?
That's his last name?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not his good. Well, that dude's like a raging alcoholic too, by the way.
He looks like he's on cocaine.
Yeah, he's... No, he's too fat to be on cocaine, right?
I mean, there's been a lot of fat guys on cocaine. He did eat 40 Papa John's pizzas in 30 days.
Okay.
Holy shit.
does
I mean, that's like, do the math for me here. That's like 1.25 pizza a day.
Does he have that card that's like, I get unlimited free pizzas for the rest of my life type thing?
You would think so.
Yeah, but he also...
Maybe that was part of his, like, it's like, yeah, I can part ways if
part-
I get, and they're like, no, you only get these shitty wings.
It's part of my severance package.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Papa John's ain't doing anything anytime soon, so he just wants any kind of press at this point.
Did you know the former president of Arby's is now the CEO of Papa John's?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, good on Arby's. I think Arby's is not great, but
Hey, they got the meats. You know, Arby's is they have some good sandwiches, but it's definitely
it's
quality
weird.
over quantity. Not many of them are good. Some of them are okay.
You mean it's quantity over quality?
No, the other way. Like, there's not a lot of good stuff. There's like 1 or 2 good things.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the curly fries.
Yeah, I just haven't eaten at enough Arby's. One of my friends like swears by Arby's. He loves Arby's.
They've got a good crispy chicken sandwich.
I just don't like the whole idea of like eating like a roast beef sandwich from like a fast food place. If I don't
When their
roast
mascot's a glove.
beef, that's Hamburger Helper.
But I thought the Arby's was a glove too.
I thought it was a cowboy hat.
In some place in the world, it's one and the same, my friend.
Do you know why it's called Arby's?
Yeah, I do.
It didn't say it.
It's it might take me a second to think because it's
John Arby.
no, it's because of the roast beef.
RB.
It's RB. Yeah.
Yeah. Roast beef.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
You learn something new every day. If you guys didn't know that, go burn down your local Arby's.
No one will notice.
Like, what used to be there?
There's like one guy crawling out of the fire. I'm free.
I'm pretty sure that was always a pile of ash. I can't remember, but so my next story is Florida man, of course, punches elderly person after being told to stop masturbating.
Okay. I mean, sometimes they're not listening.
So apparently, this
Wanking
39-year-old
simulator.
what?
Wanking simulator.
Wanking simulator. According to police, this 39-year-old guy named Kerry Vandergriff was intoxicated with his pants down by the victim, which was the elderly person. And the elderly man told him to stop masturbating, and then Vandergriff proceeded to punch the man and continue raining down blows even after the victim fell to the ground.
Can you not say raining down blows when you're talking about a masturbating man beating an elderly person?
Well, I didn't get to the kicker right here.
All right.
So they arrested him. They detained him and sent him to the hospital where I don't know why they sent him to the hospital unless he was injured. I don't know. Maybe the old guy got a good punch in there. But when he was at the hospital, he continued to masturbate in the hallway in front of the officers and medical staff.
When you gotta do it, you gotta do it.
The guy's like, I can't stop now.
What date did this happen?
This happened November 26th.
He almost made it through No Nut November. He just couldn't. He couldn't do it. If you were gonna say it was in like December 1st or something, I'd been like perfect.
But he was waiting. Like, don't mess up this guy's flow. He's going for it right now.
Yeah.
But you can't be punching old people and masturbating. Pick one or the other. That's what I say.
It's not being greedy.
Isn't it crazy that all of this happened in an Arby's too? This makes me reminds me. This episode is sponsored by Arby's.
I would take an Arby's sponsorship if I got free curly fries.
I would too, actually.
Yeah, Arby's. We're sorry. Was it? No, it was Hamburger
need
Helper that came out with that fire mixtape.
What?
Yeah, Hamburger Helper made a mixtape, like a rap album, and
No,
it was
they didn't.
really fucking good.
No, they didn't.
It was actually good.
Shut the fuck up. You're lying, right?
No, I'm not.
Well, their mascot's a glove.
Yeah, that's why I get those two confused.
Please read your next story.
Woman cop proposes wanted criminal, arrests him in temple during the marriage.
I'm very confused by what you just read.
So a woman cop proposed to a wanted criminal, and he said yes, and then she arrested him at the marriage.
As a joke?
Yeah, I don't know. He's wanted for 16 criminal cases.
That guy must be so charming.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Okay, there are people who fall in love with criminals. You know, there's reality shows about it, like Love After Lockup and blah blah during lockup or whatever. But I'm very confused by a police officer falling in love with a criminal.
No, I don't think she ever loved him. She just wanted to nab him up.
She proposed to him.
She wanted to put him behind a different type of bars.
Oh,
Because marriage is it's like prison.
It's prison.
You can't get beers with the boys and bark at the TV.
we can't shit with the door open anymore.
You washed my lucky jersey. This is like prison.
I wanted to eat lasagna tonight. You ate lasagna last night. I want to eat lasagna every night. So that's what prison is.
Lasagna once a week. Put it on a shirt. Prison is lasagna once a week.
people are like,
and it's also marriage.
Like, do you hate lasagna or do you love lasagna? I don't know where you stand on that. Like, is lasagna once a week too much lasagna? Is that prison, or is that not enough?
I feel like
lasagna?
no one likes lasagna. You either love it or you hate it, so it works both ways. Everybody's gonna buy it. Put it on a shirt.
I like lasagna.
No, you love lasagna. Don't lie to yourself.
You ever eaten a lasagna and then you get the crunchy part of like the top where it like just tastes like it's like chewy like a piece of rubber?
For a long portion of my life, I refused to eat lasagna because I didn't like the name.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it just sounded gross to me.
I refused to eat cheesecake for the longest time, and I fucking love cheesecake now. But I thought
that's
cheesecake...
like pumpkin pie. The name was gross to me, and then I ate it. I was like, holy shit.
Bread pudding.
I don't think I've ever had bread pudding.
Oh my god, it's so good. My mom got bread pudding brought out to her when we went to this Italian place, and she's like, I've never eaten bread pudding, and then my brother's like, I've never eaten bread pudding, and then my dad's like, I've never etten bread pudding, and I was like, am I the only fucking person at the table that's eating bread pudding? And they ate it, and I'm like, it just tastes like French toast. Like it's cinnamon bread mushed up, and it's really good.
Yeah, it's like that tapioca shit that looks really gross, but it's delicious.
I've never had that.
It's really good.
Okay, well, I guess I can't talk shit now because I was just like, none of you have bread pudding, and then you're like tapioca, and I was like, nah.
You're like, I thought that was a fish.
What island is that again?
Tilapia.
Is it the volcano? Anyway, I think we're tangenting right now.
Yeah, we are.
Did you read your last one?
I mean, I can do another one if you want.
Do you have another one?
I do have another one.
What is it?
German military apologizes after retro Nazi uniform posted on Instagram, and it's a picture of a Nazi uniform with a cool little hip like retro thing, and then it says something in German. I can see if I can find the.
I thought we talked about this. You can't bring swastikas back. They're not cool.
It's not cool, guys.
I don't care if they were before Nazis. Nazis ruined them, guys. I just watched this thing on, I think it was Dark Tourist. Damn, we always bring up Dark Tourist. But they were doing
especially because I've never watched it. God,
oh, turn that
damn
off.
Damn
it. There was a World War II reenactment, and half the people had to be like Nazis. And two of the guys were like wearing like SS uniforms, and he's like, and they were like super normal guys, and they're like, we would never wear this like outside, but like we wear it here. I'm like, yeah, but like it's still.
I know that's like the
why even put that much money into buying an SS uniform?
Well, that shit's expensive too. That's the catch-22. It's like you find like your grandpepper's Nazi uniform, and you're like, I could sell this for a lot of money, but I should just burn it. Was it It's Always Sunny when they find all the Nazi stuff?
I don't remember.
Yeah. So the German translation on the post was also #fashion. Is an aspect. To this day, there are military-style elements.
They're saying it's like a historical piece, basically.
But they just put on like Instagram where there's like those like little like images, like the pictures that are like all cool and flashy. Yeah, it's just it says like retro, and that's Nazis.
The only way to get away with that is to be like, I killed a Nazi and I took this off him. But then you're like, oh, then there's a naked Nazi. You can't just take all their clothes. Because you can take like a bayonet or like a gun off of them. And then people are like, that's okay to own like a Nazi gun or like a pendant or like a bayonet. You can't have a full uniform, especially in that mint of condition.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That ain't going to fly around here.
Freshly pressed.
Imagine taking that to the fucking cleaners.
It's got a little tag from 2 months ago from the cleaners. It's in the bag still.
Oh, good God, that is bad.
Yeah.
And especially now, like they went on social media being like, this will be okay.
Yeah.
You're like, nah, it's not gonna be good.
It's probably some person's like fucking 18-year-old kid that was like, that's not cool. Oh shit, my bad.
Anyway, I think you guys are caught up on all the news that we have for you today. But if you want more news, you should read the paper. And what goes great with paper? I mean, the paper. Coffee. So go get yourself some Spring Hill Jack coffee because it's the best coffee in the game and it's the spookiest coffee in the game. And it's a great Christmas gift. So if you have your loved ones out there and you want to give them some coffee.
You never have too much coffee.
You never have too much coffee. And so, stuff that in a stocking. Just open the bag, pour all the beans in there.
Swinging around the house, hit the cat.
You grind up all the beans, put them in the sock, dunk the sock into your bathtub.
Dunk it.
And you got yourself a fast bath.
Fast bath. Put on.
I mean, do whatever you want with the coffee. Just buy it,
Yeah.
It's up to you.
We're not going to tell you what you have to do.
The possibilities are endless, guys.
It truly is.
I drink it. Some people do enemas with it. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
I mean, if that's your thing, just pop it up there. Boop.
Anyway, okay, you guys drink some coffee.
Yeah.
Not just any coffee. Spring Hill Jack coffee. So go to springhilljack.coffee. That's right.
I'm whispering it so it's like subliminal.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah.
Well, now I've ruined it.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, I think you guys are caught up on all the news and all the sponsorships. So why don't we read you guys these stories that we have for you today, because that's why you came here. So let's get into it. Now, David, have you ever lived in a small town, like a really small town?
I mean, I did attend the University of Idaho in Moscow, Idaho. It's small, but it's pretty small, but it wasn't like painfully small.
It's like in the tens of thousands.
Shit, I don't know. I can't count past 10.
No. Well, for this story, I will be taking us to the small town of Northfield, Vermont. You see, the small town of Northfield lies within the heart of Vermont, surrounded by rolling green hills, lush foliage, and dense woods. As of 2010, the small town only had a population of about 7,000, actually a little less than 7,000, making it a rather sleepy town. But while the town sleeps, something lies awake within the woods surrounding the quiet town. Something that some people in the town consider a legend, while others claim to have seen it in person. Either way, no matter who you ask, all know the name of the beast that lies just beyond the shadows of the treetops, waiting, watching, and hunting its next prey. This is the story of Sam Harris, the Pigman.
Oh, I've been eyeing the Pigman. I've never actually looked into it, but it's kind of on the back burners. Like, in my research, I saw the Pigman once. I was like, that could be fun, but I never actually looked into it.
I feel like there's multiple Pigmen.
You would
know
hope.
What I mean?
Every high school class has the Pigman.
We had a Pigman. He didn't know he was called Pigman. But I feel like
we knew. We all knew.
But Northfield, they have a predominant Pigman.
Okay.
He is quite a character. So let me get into it. So the legend of the Pigman begins back in 1951 on October 30th, the night before Halloween, as 17-year-old Sam Harris loaded up his basket full of toilet paper and eggs for the night, ready to wreak havoc in the sleepy residents of Northfield. Were you a TPer?
No.
I was a TPer. I wasn't an egger. I've never thrown an egg at a house.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done any of that stuff. I just didn't really care.
I went through a TP phase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for one thing.
I used to do fucked up shit, but not to people. I would it would be friends, not people I didn't like. It would be I'd go and I put hole punches on their lawn, so they have to pick up each one individually.
Yeah.
Or just get the vacuum cleaner out on the front lawn.
I remember someone forked our lawn once.
Oh, see, I've never done that, but that's it's where you stick a plastic fork in the lawn and then you snap it off so it's stuck in the dirt.
Oh, then they did it wrong.
Oh, well, they just put them in there?
They just bought a Costco pack and just stuck them everywhere.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's the more normal, fun way to do it, so you can just take them out instead of having to dig them out with your hands. But,
yeah.
Am I fucked up?
Maybe. You ever saran wrap someone inside of their car?
No, but I lit their house on fire.
Oh, the old flaming bag of poop trick, and then they open the screen door, and the screen door catches on fire, and half the house is on fire, and they call the ambulance, and then like the dogs are barking, and the cats are screaming, and the turtles are bubbling, and the neighbors are shitting all over the fucking place.
You know, it's another one my cousin did. One time he peed in a Pringles can and leaned it up against the door and rang the doorbell. So when they opened it, the Pringles can fell inside the person's house.
Is he in jail?
No, no,
He should be.
He has kids.
Boy.
Anyway, don't do that, guys. So, like I said, he had the toilet paper, the eggs. He was ready to wreak havoc on the sleepy residents of Northfield. That night, Sam Harris pedaled his bike into the night, away from the lights of his quiet house, and never returned. Sam's parents called the authorities, and a search party was dispatched, but nothing ever turned up. There are two stories of what might have happened to Sam Harris that night. Some say that on the night before Halloween, Sam Harris gave himself to the devil and became possessed in those dark woods, proceeding to devour raw pig entrails and wearing the pig head over his own face as a mask. The story also says that 3 years after his disappearance, he returned home, leaving a gift of pig entrails on the front porch before squealing off back into the woods.
Now, I'm just thinking now of the, you ever see that Tim and Eric skit with Tommy Wiseau?
I am Pigman.
I am
I
Pigman.
always think of... Dude, you don't know how often I think of that. I am Pigman.
I am Pigman.
Oh my god, that's all I think about when I was writing this story.
I love that.
I'm surprised you knew about that.
Oh, you kidding me? I love Pigman.
That's a good one. So the other tale states that Sam Harris did not become the Pigman, but that the Pigman has been there much longer, and that Sam Harris just became another victim of the beast. Either way, something was alive in the woods, and it was hungry. So the very first sighting of the Pigman did not occur, though, until a little later in 1971, which would have made Sam Harris about 37 years old at this point. It was the night of the school dance down at the local high school, and some of the kids were outside behind the school drinking. As the kids howled drunkenly and guzzled booze, suddenly things became very silent as something began to sprint out of the woods towards them. It ran on 2 feet, was naked, covered in white hair, and was wearing a hollowed-out pig head-like grotesque mask.
So they saw his little dinky bouncing around.
Which really...
Saw his little pig dinky.
Honestly, tiny little pig dinky might be scarier than you think.
I wouldn't even notice the mask.
Have you seen Hereditary?
Yeah.
When I saw that little dinky, I got super scared.
That was the scariest part, and that little dinky was all up on my big screen.
I was like, oh
I was
my
like,
god.
I don't want this 4K movie on my screen. Put this shit in 144.
I want that shit pixelated,
Yeah.
boy.
Get that little dinky out of here.
So, like I said, he was wearing a grotesque mask. He was naked, covered in white hair, and he was running. I'm coming.
And I'm coming.
Was it Alex Jones?
I'm the pig man, and I'm coming.
So the kids, absolutely terrified, quickly ran to the adults within the school gym. But by the time they got back out, the pigman was nowhere to be found. The only evidence left behind was the nearby grass, which had been trampled down, and by something large, too.
Large and in charge.
Like Alex Jones. So,
You think we could get in contact with good old
Pigman?
AJ, Alex Jones?
The Pigman?
I mean, I'd love to question him about Pigman.
Do they have phones deep in the woods, in the naked woods?
Yeah.
I think we get a hold of them then.
You know those ones in the movie with the big old plastic antenna?
the 80s phones?
No, I'm just talking about those, like...
Oh, satellite phones.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I see. I feel that. So after the story,
You can feel that?
Big man.
Just trying to confirm.
So after the story came out, a local farmer confessed to have seen something a few months back as well. One night on his farm on the outskirts of town, the farmer heard some guttural noises coming from his backyard. Thinking it was some kind of raccoon or stray cat or dog, he opened his back door to take a look and chase the animal off. What he saw when he peeked out of the back was something he would remember for the rest of his life. The farmer said that he saw a large humanoid creature that was rummaging through some garbage only to rear up on its legs and skulk about on the edges of the outside lights. He described the beast as naked, a naked, muscular man covered in thin white hair, hands that seemed to end in claws, and with a snouted face that looked like that of a pig. The creature was said to stand there for a moment, shuffling and staring with its hollowed eyes before sprinting off into the darkness beyond the lights while issuing a blood-curdling squealing noise.
How long have you been practicing that?
I'm just good at it.
I guess so.
That wasn't even me.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, I just left a bunch of grain on my front doorstep.
Oh, I just dropped my bacon.
They don't eat bacon.
I do.
Oh, is he? Oh, wait. No. He does eat pigs.
I was going to say, I feel like pigs are like
He eats pigs.
cannibals, aren't they?
They'll
I've
eat...
seen many pigs eat many men.
50 Cent, Jesus Christ. No, it's. Oh, I mean, I've seen the movie Snatch by Guy Ritchie, and they talk about how if you don't feed a pig for a week or 3 days or something like that, it is like they'll eat whatever. So like a lot of like mobsters will be like, we'll throw bodies in there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They'll eat them bones and all. So
yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't. I bet he does eat pigs, and I bet pigs eat pigs if they're hungry enough, you know. But after the two incidents, pigs began to go missing within the town, and people began to get nervous. There was even a rumor that the Pigman was not only eating the pigs, but that he was taking the pigs and doing what comes naturally, creating offspring that looked half man and half pig. Told you, the story's gonna get horny, dude.
I'm happy about
Actually, that's the extent of the horniness, I think.
Oh, okay.
But oh wait,
That's the
two,
horny. That's
two,
peaking it.
That's two pigs.
I could tell the difference.
Oh,
One,
that
one
peak-
was definitely giving and one was definitely receiving.
Oh, I know that fucking sound anywhere. So eventually, people began to see the Pigman more and more, but surprisingly, in one particular area. There was a place just outside of Northfield known as the Devil's Wash Bowl. You know where the devil washes his bowls?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, everybody knows the devil's got the biggest bowls.
I like Special K. The devil likes Special K.
Oh, okay.
Because that's hell cereal.
Oh,
No one
'cause it
deserves
hurts?
to eat that. It hurts. So now we're going to get somebody who's like, fuck you, I like Special K. And then
1-star review.
1 star. So, like I said, the Devil's Wash Bowl with a river and waterfalls and a number of caves that the Pigman began to be seen near, and he was also crossing the roads in the black of the night as passerbys nearly missed him. So he's running rampant over by the Devil's Wash Bowl. Some people went investigating and found that one cave in particular was littered with animal bones, some of which were pig. It got around that they'd found the lair of the Pigman, and it became popular for teens to go out to the Devil's Wash Bowl at night and try to catch a sight of him. Some teens claimed that the Pigman would smack their cars and run off squealing into the night.
All right, we've had enough of that.
Why, you don't like that? Am I peeking?
You're not making much noise at all.
It's like, how was the car? What does it sound like when you smack a car?
I don't know. I'm a perfect driver.
I got in a fender bender with Pigman, and guess what? He doesn't have insurance.
Who would have guessed?
So yeah, he's smacking cars, running off. With another boy stating that he was assaulted by the beast while taking a leak in the woods. The Pigman would leave a giant gash across the chest of the boy, slamming him up against the car before the boy was able to get away and inside the car driving off.
They kiss a little?
I mean, they definitely touched snouts.
Okay.
They had to have, right?
Just a little.
See right into those hollow eyes of his mask.
It's just like the lizard man.
My question is, how long does a pig mask last?
I keep forgetting it's a mask and not just his face.
Yeah, he doesn't have a pig face. There were some people who stated that he was actually a man with deformed features that look like a pig.
Okay.
I don't know if I believe that,
Yeah.
but it is more plausible than a man making a pact with the devil and going out and wearing a pig mask and having to upkeep a pig mask every.
I don't know, man. The
every couple
70s,
weeks.
the 70s were pretty freaky.
It was a pretty crazy time, am I right?
I remember those days.
So, the last story I would like to leave you with comes from a Reddit user called r/wdolphin. Is it r/?
U/r/ is a subreddit.
You're right.
U/ is a user.
You're right. W Dolphin, who claims to have a more personal story about the beast.
Well, I mean, dolphins are just the pigs of the sea.
It's Dolphin.
Look at those snouts.
It's Dolphin. But this is his personal story, so I'll read it to you as he wrote it. So he said, "My sister and a couple of her friends went out to Devil's Wash Bowl their senior year. They took sleeping bags and flashlights and all the gear you take to go camping. I wasn't there to give a first-hand account of what transpired. I was only 8 at the time. I can only tell you what was told to me. There were 6 or 8 of them, depending on who you ask, all couples. They picked up a number of caves. They picked a number of caves, each one for each pair of couples. My sister and her boyfriend were in their cave. She was rolling out their sleeping bags, and he was trying to start a fire when they heard some shouting and then screaming from one of the other caves. When they got there, the girl was curled up in a ball in the furthest corner of the cave, and her boyfriend was nowhere to be found. She told them that the pigman had come trudging into their cave, completely undaunted by their presence. The guy had started shouting at it, both to drive it away and to get the other's attention. The pigman casually picked up a large rock and struck the guy in the side of the head with it, knocking him unconscious. It picked him up, slung him over his shoulder, and shambled out of the cave just moments before the rest arrived. Nobody had seen it exit the cave, nor seen signs of it at all. They did find the rock lying on the cave floor with blood on it, and bare footprints in some soft creek mud outside. The girls all drove...
Oh, that wasn't mud.
Oh, pigman, eat a lot.
Oh, pig shit.
So the girls all drove into town and went straight to the police. The remaining boys, whether it was 2 or 3 of them, grabbed flashlights and makeshift weapons and scoured the woods around the area. The footprints disappeared at the edge of the road, and they lost the trail there. Search parties were set up, police and canine units, and a big coordinated effort, including several others adjoining townships' police forces. A couple days later, some articles of the guy's clothes were found by a search dog. They had been left torn and scattered in an abandoned farmhouse a town over. The missing teen's photo was put up in the area, and one guy came forward. He said the other night he'd awakened to the sound of someone lurking outside his house. He checked out his kitchen window, and there was someone rummaging through the trash can by his garage. The person was only wearing a faded and ripped pair of jeans when the man hit the porch light. The intruder had looked up, and the farmer had recognized him. The creature had looked exactly like the kid in the photo who went missing, except for one difference. The only difference was that his body was covered with white hair and his eyes were hollow, almost like a mask.
Ooh. So wait, they never found the kid?
He was wearing his face.
Oh, the pigman was wearing his face.
Pigman was wearing his face.
Now I get it.
So he's like, I recognized the kid in the paper.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him outside, except he had a hollow eyes.
He looked way hornier than a teenager.
That boy looked hungry. He had a lot of pig shit in his britches.
He ate all the damn chicken bones out the garbage. He's gonna be a mess tomorrow morning.
Well, I was saving those.
Oh, he gonna be squinting like a pig. There goes my stew.
So I want to say, so next time you find yourself in Northfield, Vermont, make sure to take the trash out before the sun goes down, because you wouldn't want to interrupt Sam's dinner, or worse, become it.
Ooh, chills.
Ooh, Sam, why you eating all my chicken bones? He's like, he ate all the chicken bones, but he left all that goddamn leftover Arby's in that trash can.
He wouldn't touch the Arby's.
He ate 40 pizzas in 30 days. Can you believe that?
But not one chicken sandwich from Arby's.
He said he ran off and he squealed, "I'm Papa John, and I own that franchise."
Papa Pig's in the house.
And I knew that motherfucker was lying, but he did look sweaty. Anyway,
Real sweaty.
so that's the story of the Pigman of Northfield, which is I love him. I love the Pigman.
I want a crossover episode of Pigman and Lizard Man, just roaming and running into cars,
Pig and lizard.
just yeeting pigs into cars.
You did that guy's face off his head.
Yeah, he did.
Oh my gosh! But that really got me because I read the story and I was like, "What? I don't get it. Was a kid going through the trash can?"
That's what I thought you were saying. I thought like that he was transforming into a pig and his eyes fell out.
Yeah, me too. And then I realized that he was wearing the kid's face like a mask. And I was like, "Oh fuck!" So yeah, that's the story of Pigman and Northfield. Shout out Northfield. If you guys are from Northfield, message us and tell us if we got all of that right, or if you have your own personal story about Pigman, because I want to hear it.
All right, today I'm going to tell you the story of a total badass who I'd never heard of before I found this story.
Me?
No,
Oh,
it's not you. It's pretty far from you.
okay.
I don't think there's anything similar.
I am Pigman.
I am Pigman. So this man was named Henry Barry Lowery.
I don't know him.
All right,
Did he create the Lowry seasoning?
it's spelled different. I don't know if it's Lowery or Lowery. Lowery? Lowry.
He's dead now,
Lowery,
right?
yeah. So Lowery was born 1845. So yeah, he's dead.
He might be alive.
So he was born to an Alan and Mary Lowery, and that was in Hopewell Community in Robson County, North Carolina. Yeah. I don't know why I typed that out earlier. I want to throw a yeehaw in
did
there.
you throw a yeehaw to the side of the mic?
Okay, I did one yeehaw.
I want to do a pig squeal.
No more. His father, Alan, owned a successful 350-acre mixed-use farm in the county side.
A mixed-use farm?
Yeah.
You whatever you want there?
I don't know. I've never heard that term before because when I think of a farm, it's like, whatever the fuck's going on. I never really considered mixed use.
Like a turnip farm. Not like
But,
a turnip farm and a hula hoop farm.
Yeah, they might have been growing hula hoops. So Henry was one of 12 friggin' kids, and described as what they called multiracial or free people of color.
That's an interesting term. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, I mean, this was 1845.
Yeah,
So.
that's a weird expression.
But goddamn, 12 kids, huh?
Pumping them out.
I guess you gotta find a way to run that farm without hiring people.
1812, and that's dangerous, too.
1845.
1845. Still pretty dangerous, though, right?
Yeah. So the Confederate government would force many of the local people to work on construction of various things like forts for the army around Cape Fear River, which pretty badass name.
Cape Fear.
Mm-hmm. Cape Fear River.
That's a movie, right?
It ought to be. So they made them like basically build all their shit for little to no pay. And as you should be aware, the Confederates and people of multi-race did not get along. And they were not allowed to be a part of the local government or military, so they would typically target these people to do their shitty manual labor. Yeah. So scared, many of the people in this position would go and hide in the outskirts of the area, like the swamps. And as the war approached its end, the Lowery gang aligned themselves with some Union soldiers that had escaped from Confederate prison.
Ooh, we got a gang meeting up with an army and forming like a little bandit outlaw thing going on.
yeah.
I like this.
And so these guys would end up engaging in guerrilla warfare like battle against the Confederacy.
Ooh,
Yeah,
which was very different at the time. Did they still line up? I know the Revolutionary War, they were lining up and shooting. I don't think
take
they're
turns shooting.
I don't think they're doing that.
I feel like this might be kind of towards the end, but I'm not sure about the Civil War, how they fought.
I don't think it was like that.
I don't think it was either.
Because from what I've like Gettysburg and everything, I think they're just Russian and I don't think it was like that.
So on December 21st, 1864, James P. Barnes, a shithead neighbor of Alan Lowery, accused him of stealing some hogs.
Oh, wait, whoa.
Full circle. That's what I'm talking about. Which I can only assume was a Carolina thing. I don't know. Never been. I've never had a hog stolen. I've never stolen a hog.
You can't brand hogs, right? You could brand horses and cattle.
Oh, I bet the smell of branding a hog would be real good in the morning. But to make things worse, Lowery's son Henry killed Barnes.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
You're gonna accuse me of stealing a hog?
Well,
Fucking steal
my
your
son's
life.
gonna fucking kill you.
I'll steal your life.
But it wouldn't stop there. In January 1865, Henry Lowery also killed James Brantley Harris, who was an officer who allegedly mistreated the women of the Lowery family, and apparently he also just hated people named James.
Why?
I don't know, but he's killed 2 of them.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
I mean, it's hard to know if, like, especially with people like that, we're like, does he just like killing and he's like finding like a reason like Dexter or something like that? Or is he just like, doing it in the heat of the moment, you know? Like, this guy's been like revenge type stuff, you know?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a Confederate soldier blaming his dad. It didn't say if his dad or his mother was not white. But the idea of like a Confederate soldier like accusing him is kind of like it's more of a.
And also, like, these people have been like fucking with him. Even the neighbors like probably have been messing with him for years. You know what I mean? It's like, you guys aren't our friends. Like, you're trying to fuck us over the whole time.
And then the other officer allegedly mistreated the women of the family, which who knows what that means
he was
or how
probably
far
just
that
being
went.
modest.
Yeah. So in March of 1865, the Home Guard searched Alan Lowery's home and found firearms, which free people of color, which, you know, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory.
Oh,
basically,
that's
people,
what that means.
Yeah, people that weren't slaves.
Okay.
Which it had been forbidden for them to possess since the 1831 Nat Turner's Rebellion.
Oh, yeah, with the machetes.
Mm-hmm. And so the Home Guard convened a kangaroo court convicting Alan Lowery and his son William and executed them.
No.
Yeah. One of the worst parts, but also maybe one of the best parts, was the fact that Henry Lowery was said to be watching the execution from the bushes and witnessed his father and brother being killed. And the reason why I say that's maybe a good thing
because he knows who did it.
Not so much he knows who did it, but it might have been the main reason for what he ended up doing.
Oh, okay.
So after their deaths, Henry became the new leader of the Lowery family / gang. And it was at this point that the crew started adding people to them. So it wasn't just like the family anymore. And the crew was mostly Native Americans.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's what I was saying earlier. Is I wasn't sure if both of it said he was mixed. So I wasn't sure if his dad was Native American or his mom was Native American. But so this crew also included a black man named George Applewhite, who I believe was a Union soldier who escaped, and a young white man named Zachariah.
Okay.
Which I don't know that name. That's cool. Zachariah McLowan.
That's an Amish name, I believe.
Sounds like it.
I mean, before that, it was probably something else. You know,
Yeah.
Zachariah was. I feel like that was a very common name back then.
It almost sounds like a biblical name.
You don't hear a lot of like Applewhites.
No, I thought about that too.
Christina Applegate.
Love her.
Oh, I heard she fought for the Union Army too.
Can't get enough of her.
Bundy, what's her name?
Ted Bundy. She was beautiful.
She was in the Bundy family.
Oh, I never watched. I know that show. I've never watched it.
Was it Love and Marriage? Oh, Married with Children. That was Love and Marriage. Yeah. Okay.
Never seen
the
it.
theme song.
Never seen it.
Which is a Sinatra song.
So this gang did not intend to play well with others and started a robbery spree. But this was not the usual type of a robbing gang. They had some sense and morals.
Oh, Robin Hood.
The gang would treat victims with kindness, and if the intended victim could show that they were not, like, if they were not wealthy and didn't have much, they like wouldn't take things. So if they were about to rob someone, and they're like pretty much poor or didn't have that much, they would let them go.
I'm like, I have an iPhone 5, and they're like, here, and they like take money out of the bag and hand it to me.
Yeah. It's like that story of the guy that's trying to rob someone at the ATM, and they see their balance and they give them money.
He's like, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah. So not only did they let people off the hook, but they would also, if they stole something like a horse or a wagon, they would typically return the said item when they lost need for it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, so the things they'd take, they would bring back. The gang was also referred to a Robin Hood type mentality because they would share the profits with the poor and use the money or whatever they took, like food, and give it to the hungry.
That's cool.
Yeah. So over time, the Lowery gang, led by Henry, would continue to commit series of robberies and the occasional murders when they weren't really given a choice. So I don't think they ever intended to like go out and kill people, but it was like if they're robbing someone and they pull a gun, like they're gonna kill them.
So at this point, it's 11 of the kids, the mom, and then like Zachariah and Applewhite.
Yeah, I think I get into exactly who it is at one point. I don't know who all started with it.
Probably not all the kids were like involved too, because like some of them were probably pretty young.
Yeah. So the attempts to capture the gang members became known as the Lowery War.
Oh, wow. They are doing some work.
Yeah. And the gang at this time consisted of Henry Lowery, his brothers Stephen and Thomas, his two cousins Calvin and Henderson, two of his brother-in-laws, two escaped slaves, a white man, and two other men that there's really no
record of them.
Yeah, so they don't really know if they're related, what their connection was, what their race was.
That answers my question, I guess.
Yeah. So feeling depleted, the gang started to try to grow its numbers. When Republican Governor William Woods Holden outlawed the Lowery gang in 1869, he offered a $12,000 reward,
Whoa,
dead or alive, which
for what, one member or all of them?
I think just for like
The leader.
Henry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which in 1869, $12,000 had to have been like a shit ton of money.
That'd be so cool. I mean,
I would take that now.
It'd be so cool to be a bounty hunter, like back, like
until you got shot.
I mean,
died of dysentery.
Well, you could just do it where like people don't know you're a bounty hunter. Where you could be like, hey, and like get to know them a little bit, and just like poison their drink and go out like.
I love a good poisoning.
Well, you know what? I'm not a violent guy. I try to be tricky about it. You know, I spit mayonnaise in their face. Mm-hmm. Just like from
you go in. Oh, I got your bounty. Oh, you capture him or kill him? Nah, I spit mayonnaise in their face.
I'm like I'm allergic to mustard seed. I'm like, what are you allergic to? He's like, me. Yeah, I can't have any of that gluten. And then I just feed him bread.
I just kept reading it to him. He shit his britches.
It's real easy to kill a man when he's on the toilet.
They're like, all right, here's $50, I guess. You didn't kill him, but I mean, you ruined his day. So once it was known that Lowery had this huge price on his head, it only made him retaliate and respond with more revenge killings. Oh,
so now he's back on the killing wagon.
Yeah. So on December 7th of 1865, Henry married Rhoda Strong. Great name. Sounds like a UFC fighter.
She rode a horse strong.
Mm-hmm. So immediately after the wedding, which had a massive attendance of a several hundred guest list.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that's what I don't get. It's like they're looking for him, but he can have a wedding with several hundred people.
Everybody eat a kernel of corn. We ain't got enough food to go around.
So it was actually at his wedding that he was arrested by a former member of the Confederate Home Guard or it was a group of them, who turned into a country militia and charged him with the murder of James Barnes, which he did as a child.
The neighbor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was the neighbor.
Neighbor or the other guy?
Yeah, it was the neighbor. The other guy was the other one.
Imagine showing up to somebody's wedding. That's like, I feel like that's deadly.
It's a movie thing.
I know, but like how big is your gang where you can show up to 100-person wedding and not expect everybody to like? Obviously, like half people, like everybody there loves that person. They probably have guns on them too, and stuff like that.
So Henry, this is also a movie thing. Henry was able to escape prison by filing through the jail bars with a file that was smuggled to him by a member of his gang.
Oh, I thought they baked it in a cake.
I mean, they might have. They didn't say how he did it, but I didn't know people actually did that shit.
That is kind of crazy, because the way I think about getting out of the bars now is, have you seen Shanghai Noon? Remember when Jackie Chan pees on that shirt, and then he like wraps it around the bars, and then he does like the tourniquet thing where he puts like the wood piece in it, and he turns it, and he bends the bars inward. Mm-hmm. Like that's
why did he pee on it?
I don't know. I think you need it makes
just because he's a dirty little piss boy. Everybody knows Jackie can't do a movie unless there's a scene where he pisses on something or somebody.
He's like, nobody knows the words that are coming out of your dick. That was so stupid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to hear that one.
Sorry, guys.
So at this time, after he escaped, the governor placed an additional dead or alive bounty, and it was only for $300, which I don't really get. If you're doing $12,000, then it's like $300.
The guys are like trying to we don't have $12,000.
Yeah, we can't double it. But the gang would evade all attempts of capture for 3 years.
Ooh.
Yep. So in 1871, Francis Marion Wishart became a colonel of the police guard and led the manhunt and decided to play a little dirty with it. How do you think he played dirty? And he didn't piss on anything.
Oh, that I'm all out of ideas. Fuck.
So
wait, so who's this guy? He's the guy trying to get him.
yeah, he's like the colonel of like the manhunt division.
He probably threw a party and he invited them all.
And then threw piss on
And
him.
then he's like, just kidding, it's a piss rag. And then he just threw him well, that's still a party for us.
It's not chloroform. I know, but you're going to smell it.
Well, I like this. You ain't tricking me.
So playing dirty, he captured some of the wives of the gang
Ah.
and held them hostage in jail. Henry sent the colonel a letter with an ultimatum. Either they release their wives unharmed or, and I quote Henry himself in the letter, "The bloodiest times will be have than ever was before. The life of every man will be in jeopardy." And the wives were immediately released.
Oh, that was so
Kind
cool.
of a big dick baller move right there.
That's cool.
So after the Civil War, the Lowery gang shifted their focus from the upper class to the new white supremacy movement.
Oh, the robbing KKK members.
Yep.
Cool.
And killing them. And
That's fair.
the gang robbed and murdered numerous people of that movement. And because of this, they gained a lot of support and sympathy from the non-white population of the county and the surrounding area. And their support was so massive that it like hugely helped their ability to evade the law. Like nobody would rat them out. Like people would help hide them and shit.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So in February of 1872, shortly after the gang raided and robbed the local sheriff's safe of more than $28,000.
Yo, why
Yeah.
does the sheriff have that much money?
Corrupt as shit, probably.
Or is he paying? Is he paying out bounties?
You never know.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
You know,
It's possible.
it makes $12,000 not sound that much anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't have to kill anybody. I just have to kill the sheriff and get that money.
Take that gold star.
Like I just said, I don't have to kill anybody. I just have to kill the sheriff.
Yeah, who cares about that? So after they took the $28,000, Henry Lowery disappeared.
Ooh,
Yep.
that's cool.
That's the end.
Really? Oh.
Some people thought he was dead, and rumors started to spread. But the colonel called all reports of his death a hoax, and the $12,000 bounty was never collected, ever. And one of the rumors of his death was that he accidentally shot himself and died while a misfire from his shotgun when he was trying to clean it.
Oh.
But he kind of became a Tupac in the way that people kept claiming, like, oh, I saw him at a wedding.
Oh, really?
I saw him, like, you know, fishing or something like that. Like, people kept saying, like, oh, yeah, no, I saw him. And he became like this legend of, like, a guy that just disappeared.
So he stole $28,000 with this gang. So he split it up amongst his gang. I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably.
He probably took like,
But that's
30%.
But you can also try to add up all the other robberies they did. That was just one big score.
He has at least over $10,000, which then I'm guessing is probably probably closer to like $100,000 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, who knows?
Jeez.
I mean, I'm sure someone knows.
You know, everything cost a nickel back then.
Back then, everything was like a quarter of a penny. They had to chop them up.
Now, can I get one of them P rags up there? Oh, that's gonna be 2 nickels.
Oh, I want another man's odor.
Jackie Chan right here is gonna pay a high dollar for
That's
that.
$5 for Jackie. So Henry's brother Patrick announced that Henry was dead, but his wife Rhoda insisted until her last breath that Henry was in fact alive, living a rich new secret life.
Wait, his wife, Henry's wife?
Yeah,
He left his wife?
yeah, and she didn't care. She was just like, still like all supportive. I'm sure it was my kind of the thing that was just like he's like I have to leave, and she's like,
I know.
I love
yeah.
you, go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I think she remarried a few years after he disappeared.
Oh wow.
But yeah, that's the end.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that before. It's pretty fucking badass.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just kind of cool because it's like a Western Robin Hood story. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You killing some white supremacists. That ain't a bad.
I'm always down with that.
That ain't a bad gig.
Unless you're a listener.
I'm conflicted. Anyway, but yeah, thank you guys for listening. That was a great story, David. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
But we love telling you these stories, and we love when you stick around and listen to them. So if you guys want more of them, stick around because we got more of them. And if you want more information, you go to campstrange.com. We have all of our hyperlinks for Instagram, Twitter, Facebook there. If you guys want some t-shirts or some mugs, you can go to campstrange.com and click the merch tab. If you guys want to leave a rating or review or a subscription to us, that would be great too. Tell your friends about us. That would be
Tell
cool
us about
too.
your friends. We'll
And
listen.
Also tell us about your friends.
Would love to hear about them.
God, they sound nice. Sound real good. Good people.
Yeah.
Good pizza. Papa John.
Better people, better friends. Papa John's.
Pigman.
Papa Pigman.
Papa Pigman. Anyway, is that it? Is that all I have to say?
Yeah, I think so.
If you guys want to send us a story, you go to campstrangepodcast@gmail.com. Send us a story, or click the contact tab on our website. David, what else we got?
You want to do
You want to hit me with another category?
How about I know one thing that people always struggle with, not baby names, but pet names.
Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And if you feel free to add in the species.
The animal.
Yeah.
What type of animal?
Yeah.
Okay. Merlin.
Please tell me it's a cat.
He's a hamster.
I think a cat named Merlin's better.
Fine, he's a cat. He's one of those smushy-faced cats.
Oh yeah, of course he is.
He got hit in the face with a door.
Or he's cross-eyed
Yeah.
because he got hit in the face with a door.
Yeah.
How about Crimbles?
Ooh, I like Crimbles. What is he?
Hermit crab.
Okay. Well, I like that. Peter. He's a firefly in a jar.
He's not gonna live very long.
No, but he's in a jar.
That's a lot of investment for something that's gonna die in a day.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
I've never seen a firefly in person.
Really? Oh, they're awesome.
Are they fun?
Yeah, they're fun.
Are they
You
named
eat
Peter?
them and you watch the glow go down your throat, and it's in your belly, and you roll around the field.
Oh, your poop's so fun to play with
You
afterwards.
just smash it in your hand.
Christmas poo.
And you just throw it on the ceiling, it lights the room.
Okay, what's your next one?
Carmelo. And that's a squirrel.
Oh, I like that. Dilden.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
A
Dylan.
hobbit?
What?
Is he a little hobbit?
He's a falcon.
Okay.
Dilden.
Dilden the Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
Lorenzo de Falsano. He's a snail.
He's a snail.
Those things are. Hey, if you're gonna have fish, you gotta get those little snails, and they clean the poop.
Now I'm just trying to think of animals to give these names to. I think of the names before
You don't.
I think of the
you don't have to give an
animals.
animal.
Tubes.
Tubes. I like that.
He's
Just
a
a little chunky guy.
He's a bearded dragon. He's
Oh,
fat.
Tubes. I like Tubes.
Tubes.
Let's go with like Crestgrave.
Ooh.
That's a raven.
Ooh, I like him. You had that ready.
I really didn't.
Hooger Yolk.
Chicken. Is it chicken?
Let him be a chicken.
He's got the yolk.
He's a chicken.
Oh boy. Should we end it?
Last one.
Okay,
Hit
one
me
more. Let's go with Winona Ryder.
Winona Spider.
Yeah, she's a tarantula.
Yeah.
Big old hairy girl.
Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. And David, do you have anything else to say?
Don't forget to water your plants.
Oh, that's a good one.
I always forget that.
Orchid ice cube a week, I think.
Yep, just an ice cube a week. You don't have ice cubes? Well, you're shit out of luck. Put a slushie in there.
And don't forget to stay strange.